think we got it. I think we're ready to roll. Hopefully this works well. All right, guys. So it is June 10th. It is our Monday night team call. For those of you that are new to the team, I just want to welcome you here and let you know how excited that we are to have you as a part of the organization. Every Monday night, we do a team call at 9 o'clock, even throughout the summer months. So you can just make sure to check back every week. We'll always post the links in the team pages. I always send a weekly email out to my personally sponsored coaches. So you always have access to the calls, to the recordings, and please know that these calls are open to anybody in your downline. So everybody is welcome to join in these Monday night calls. It doesn't matter how many levels deep you are in the organization. We're just really excited to have you guys here, okay? So what we're gonna do is before we kick things off, I'm also gonna just share my screen. And let me just do it this way, desktop. So everybody should be able to see my screen right now. Can you guys see that? Yes? Okay. So I'm going to go through and we're going to just do a couple of really quick announcements because there is a lot of things that are going on right now. And I want to make sure that I don't miss them. So number one, Morning Meltdown 100 is the new program with Jericho, and that program is going to be launching in July to everybody. Let me make sure you guys can hear me okay, right? Because my sound looks like it's not working very well at the moment. You guys can hear me okay? Yeah, okay, good. All right. So Morning Meltdown 100 is launching in July. July 1st, it goes on sale to all Team Beachbody coaches that we sort of have this like pre-enrollment process. And if your sound is low, just go ahead and turn it up. That pre-enrollment process is gonna start on July 1st. And that's just for 2 weeks. Coaches can get the program. We will have our kits before our customers can order, which means we'll be able to go through the program material, our meal plans, we'll be able to set up our challenge groups, and then it will become available for customers to purchase on the 16th of July. And then I believe it's like the 27th or the 29th, it's whatever that Monday is when it'll go into the Beachbody library for the people that purchased it. So if you have questions about Morning Meltdown, the best place to go to get all of your answers is the Coach FAQ. So that's where you can find everything. And then we also did a team call last week, so you can go check that out as well. The second thing I want to make sure that everybody has done is that you've gotten your summit ticket. Even if you're a brand new coach and you signed up today on June 10th, you can go to Summit. In July, it is the second week of July, and I believe it's like the 10th through the 14th. It's like a Thursday to a Sunday. I think it's like around there, 11th to the 14th. I know the 14th is a Sunday. And so it's in Indianapolis, Indiana, which is super affordable to go to. We have a Summit Facebook page for our organization. We are going to be hosting a little get together on Thursday afternoon. Thursday morning, I am hosting with some other Beachbody coaches in the network a pre-summit event where we are going to help coaches really refine their vision and take your business to the next level. We're really going to talk about how to really experience Summit in such a way that aligns with your goals and we're going to help you to create an action plan, because Summit is a great experience with a ton of training. And anytime you go to a conference, there's sort of that overwhelming feeling of where do I start? What do I focus on first? And so we're actually going to walk you through how to get clarity on your vision, on your goals, set a game plan. We're going to give you a post-summit action plan, and it's going to be a great event with visualization. We're going to do some, guided visualization. We're going to talk about your morning mantras. We're going to talk about, positivity and clarity statements, and we're also going to give you some actionable training steps too. All right, so it's going to be fun. It's going to be a blast. This is going to be a great time for our team to get together. So come in early, come in Thursday or Wednesday night, come to the pre-summit event, and then make sure you come hang out with us afterwards. And all the details on where we're going to be meeting for like a little meet and greet will go into that Facebook group tomorrow. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. The last announcement I want to make is that there's $20 off challenge packs this month. So every challenge pack is $20 off. This is a great opportunity for everybody to go back to every person they've talked to from the day that you sign up to become a coach and let them know about the sale. invite them to your next challenge group. And let's really talk to people about what a great deal this is. And this is also great leverage as you're talking to new people as well. So again, if you have more questions about that, the one place you can always go is if you click on your Coach Online office. You guys see this Coach Breaking News section. This is where everything is at. So as a coach, I check this often. You can see Morning Meltdown information, Summer Strong. This is the Challenge Pack promotion. You can see, oh, this is our next Super Saturday, which we'll talk about that next week, but everybody should get there. But there's all kinds of things going on. This is where you can get all of the information that is Coach Breaking News. And then also, if you guys haven't done this yet, if you go over to the 411, right, the Team Beachbody Coach 411 Facebook page, like page, you will be able to see today's National Wake Up Call. This is another great place for you to go to make sure you stay up to date with what's going on in Team Beachbody, to get the weekly training. And you can see this is the National Wake Up Call that was streamed live this morning. So that's a great resource for you as well. And the last thing is, if you're a brand new coach, I don't know if you guys know, or coaches, I don't know if you know about the Beachbody Champions page, but this is run by Team Beachbody Corporate. You can see there is information in here from today about Morning Meltdown. There is an action hour, which is like our 1 hour power hour. There's just great weekly trainings. And then also, if you click on units, you have all sorts of tools for new coaches, Success Club system. I mean, I know we train on a lot of this stuff and our team has trainings, but just please know that this is a great resource if you're like struggling with business growth or certain, ideas or concepts. Like, you have this amazing resource to go to in addition to your Coach Online office. All right. Wanted to let you guys know that that was there. All right. Good. I'm glad you guys use it. Okay. So moving on. So let's dive right in. I want to leave as much time as possible to talk about today's topic because it's a big one, right? It's a really big topic. So I want to make sure that we've got lots of time. So what we're going to talk about tonight is, number one, what is truly possible with Beachbody coaching? I remember when I started coaching that I had this like spark of what if I could, pay off my student loan debt that was going to take us until Landon and Bryce went to college? What if we could, live debt free? What if we could book a family vacation and not have to worry about whether or not we were going to have the money to be able to pay for it, right? Wouldn't it be great if, we could have a date night once a month and be able to afford that? Wouldn't it be great if I could just go to Target and not have to worry if I swipe my debit card if I was going to overdraw, right? Like, there's all these things. And as I was beginning my coaching journey, I was watching other people on team calls getting recognized on, on national wake up calls and, through events. And I was like, is it really possible? And I would say, like, can I really make a significant income? Like, who am I? I'm just this girl from Mars, Pennsylvania that, has over 30 pounds to lose. She's got a 6-month-old and a 2-year-old. She doesn't know how to use social media. She's got less than 100 friends on Facebook. Like, really? Isn't that just for people that are like, influencers or have these big accounts or look a certain way or, have a certain body type or already have a 6-pack, right? Or maybe you think that you have to be young or, you have to have a new baby in order to be successful. I don't know. All those things go through our minds, right? And so I want you guys to know today we're going to really talk about what's possible. And I want you to know that it is possible for you. And if you can rewind time and come back to 2011 with me, when I signed up to become a coach, I had the same thoughts and doubts and maybe insecurities, but fire and passion and drive to put myself out there and make it happen. So yes, it is possible for you, and I'm going to show you how today. Yes, you can create a significant income. I'm going to show you what that looks like. We're going to talk about the difference between rank and volume, and I'm going to bust a heck of a lot of myths tonight about coaching and the business opportunity. All right. So let's kind of go back to the story of where I was at in 2011. So I'll never forget the team call that I was a part of where one of my upline, right, a couple of levels above me did this team call, and she talked about income progression and she showed people's income. And I was like, oh my gosh, to be able to make $19,000 in a month, that would blow my mind, right? To be able to make $5,000 in a week. I can't even fathom that. I made $30,000 a year being the director of an early intervention program. I couldn't fathom those numbers that were going across the screen. And now here we are today, and we're looking at people that I know very well and call my friends and leaders in the organization, and they are doing it too. It's possible for you guys. Look at some of these income progressions, right? Jessica Carey has 5 kids. She lives in Kansas, and she started coaching in 2015. I think she's definitely 2 pregnancies, maybe 3 pregnancies while she's been coaching. She's gone through pregnancy, postpartum, transformation. It took her years to get to diamond, but eventually, like, everything came together, and she's having this amazing success, right? I look at, Mackenzie Goss, and she works shift work as a nurse, and she works these crazy shifts, and she has to try to fit her business in around her 2 kids that are involved in sports. But she became an elite coach this year, and she was making over $4,000 a week as a Beachbody coach, right? And it's surpassing her salary as a nurse. Katie, I used her income progression, right? She talked about, in 2015, and look at the transformation. That's over $4,000 a week. And she was a teacher. She was an elite coach the same year that she battled cancer and had, Dom, who was an infant. And I think about, wow, this is really possible. And it's really possible for all of you. And if you look at all of these people, if you meet Jess and you meet Mackenzie and you meet Katie and you meet Megan and you meet Deidre, all the girls, right? Everybody on our team, you're going to meet them and you're going to go, well, they're just normal human beings. They don't have a superpower. They're normal. They're real people. When I look at what the characteristics of people that achieve their goals in their business, there's belief, there's action, there's discipline, there's consistency, there is working to setting goals that are challenging themselves and getting out of their comfort zone, but I want you to know that with all those things, there are still fears and insecurities and setbacks and challenges that we're all faced with. But every day is a choice. And you right now, you have that choice. You have that choice to say, what I envision for my life can become the reality if I'm willing to do the work. All right. And we're going to talk about what the work looks like, because I believe that, all of you are capable. It's a discipline. It's a choice. You just have to say, I want to change more than I want to stay the same. And I'm willing to do the work, even when it's not convenient, even when I'm tired, even when, life feels sort of out of control. I am going to control what I can, and I'm going to make decisions that are moving me in the right direction. All right. So where do we start with all of this? The number one thing, before I can even go into income and what is possible, you have got to have some defined goals with Beachbody, but you also have to know why those goals matter to you. So when I was talking at the beginning of the call tonight, and I was talking about, wouldn't it be amazing if I could pay off that student loan debt? That made the hair on my arms stick up, because I remember every month, Matt and I would say, okay, this is it. We've got $100 left. All the bills are paid. Student loan payments are paid. Let's just hope and pray that the refrigerator doesn't break or the car doesn't need fixed or one of the kids don't get sick, because this is it. This is all we got, $100, you know, and our actually our student loans, like I was kind of dumb whenever I was, you know, setting up my student loans, and I chose that option where your student loan payments get bigger towards the end. And we were like, how are we going to pay these? Because we aren't going to, they're like, nobody's getting a raise and we're not foreseeing how this is all going to come together. So what are we going to do? Like we're going to be strapped. We're going to be living paycheck to paycheck. And I can remember when that coaching opportunity came into my life and I started to say, this is possible. And I was like, what do I have to do? Let me get to work. And I would put my head down and I was like, I don't care how uncomfortable inviting makes me feel. I'm going to do it anyways, because that's what my upline is telling me to do. Right. And I don't care if I don't feel like, you know, drinking water. I'm going to drink the water today because I need to get to my weight loss goals so I can share my transformation so people will trust me, and I would need to be a product of the product. Like I was willing to do the things that other people were not willing to do, like get up at 5 a.m. in the morning and not scroll the news feed and stay disciplined, because I wanted to get out of the current financial situation. I wanted to earn that Success Club trip to whatever that, so like, for example, it's Punta Cana next year, right? Like I wanted that vacation so bad that I was willing to make sure that I hit the monthly goal to get there, because it was like a rite of passage for me. For me, it was like, I earned that trip for my family. I earned that trip, something we wouldn't be able to do otherwise. So ask yourself within Beachbody, what's your why? Right? What are your goals? Why do they mean something to you? What is the deep reason that you're here on this call right now? What are your goals? All right. It can be anything from, you know, your body image. It can be, you know, your self-confidence. It can be income driven. It can be rank and recognition driven. It can be impact. And nobody is ever going to tell you that what you want for your life is right or wrong, because it's your goals and it's your life. And if you want to walk across stage and be an elite 10 coach, then write that down on a piece of paper, right? And put it on as a screensaver of your computer. If you want to earn $1 million with Beachbody, then write it down. You don't have to apologize or justify or, you know, explain why that's what you want to do, right? If that's what's going to make you feel like significant in the moment right now, then put it out there to the universe. I wrote in dry erase marker on my bathroom mirror that I was the Team Beachbody top coach. And then I had a momentary freak out. And I was like, oh my God, people are going to see this. And I tried to erase it, but every time the bathroom would fog up, right? My mirror would fog up. And then all of a sudden, like, I am the Team Beachbody top coach would like pop up, you know, on my bathroom mirror. But I'll be darn it, that was a sign. That was a sign that I was supposed to put my head down. I was supposed to go there and push that goal, because it brought all of you into my life. It brought so many amazing success stories, and so many amazing things have happened because I put my head down and I pushed for those goals. All right. So here's what we're going to do. Get clearly defined goals. And maybe you need to take a step back and you need to think about that tonight. Then you got to get clear on what it takes to achieve these goals. So I want you to know that every goal you set requires you to do something that you probably aren't currently doing. So maybe you say to yourself, like, I need to make, you know, $1,000 a month to be able to live more comfortably. So if you're only making $500 right now or $20 right now, that means that you're gonna have to do something different. That means you're gonna have to invite more people, talk to more people, get better quality of posts, interact, get out of your comfort zone a little bit more, right? And so that's something that you wanna really think about is, okay, what is it gonna take for me to get there? Do I understand that? And then am I gonna make time to do the work? So define your goals, get clarity of your goals. When I say clarity, like know why you want the goal that you wanna have, be committed to consistent vital behaviors. That means that at the end of every day, when you look down at your Success Club tracker, you say to yourself, I did all the most important things. It's checked off. And you do it even when nobody's saying to you, hey, did you do your tracker today? Or you know, when nobody's checking in on you, like when your upline's not like, hey, did you hit Success Club yet? No, you're self-motivated to do the work because you know doing the work is going to get you to the higher income level. So it's consistency, it's belief. So you will never achieve the level of success in your life in anything you do if you don't believe in what you're doing, if you don't believe that it's possible for you, if you don't believe in the products and programs, which means if you're not using Beachbody workouts, if you're not using Shakeology or the Performance Line, you are not going to recommend it to somebody. All right. If you've never had a transformation with the programs, or you've never started and finished a program, is what I should say. And even transformations aren't physical. Transformation can be health, it can be mindset, it can be nutritional. So just understand that. Like if you have never had a transformation with our products, you are also not going to go out there and effectively promote it. Positive attitude, guys. I mean, even before I can teach you what all the volume is and how you earn it, if you don't have a good attitude, it's not going to happen for you. All right. So every morning I wake up and I work on this little space between my ears. I talk to that space every single day and I say, you are worthy of success. It is possible for you. You can lead this team. You are worthy of the next level that you are supposed to be at. I mean, every single day, my brain is like a muscle. And if I don't feed it positive energy, yes, negativity is going to come in and it's going to take up space and it's going to wear me down and I'm not going to do the right work. Okay. Also, you have to be able to say to yourself, like, I'm willing to do whatever it takes. And I've always said like 24/7, whatever it takes, because that's kind of my mindset. But within your 24 hours and your 7 days a week, what do you need to do to get to that goal? All right. So what do you, and I want you to just, it might mean a sacrifice, and that sacrifice might mean like, I got to get up early or stay up later. I got to say no to some things that don't really align right now with my bigger goals. But hey, maybe a year from now or 2 years from now, I'll have some more freedom because I'm going to create this amazing income that's going to open up new possibilities for me. All right. And then I don't go to bed at night, guys, if I don't say to myself, like, I nailed it. I nailed it. Like, I really live my life like that. I nailed it. And, you know, I may not get all the things on my to-do list done, but I make sure I get the right things. I make sure that when I look back at my week, I did the right things. Every day might not be 100% perfect, but I make sure I do the right things. And if you live by these principles, you're going to get there. Okay? And then I didn't add this in there, but let me add one more thing, is this. Patience. I'm starting to sweat because I'm getting real passionate about what I'm talking about. So let me take my jacket off here. Is patience. You know, so patience with your business is important. So, you know, Rome wasn't built in a day, and your Beachbody business isn't going to be built in a year. So it's going to take you, you know, time. And so you have to say, like, I understand that it's going to take months for people to trust me. I understand that it's going to take time for my, you know, my people that I'm talking to right now to turn into customers. And I'm okay with that, but I'm going to show up consistently, pumping that well, because I know eventually that the water is going to start flowing from that well, because consistency of my daily actions compounds over time and gives me results. All right. So that sort of, you want to make sure you've got that in there as well. Okay. Now, mindset. We're in the right mindset, right? We know what we need to do. Maybe you've identified some things here and you're like, yep, I really need to work on that. So let's start working on that right now. That means before you go to bed tonight, you're going to end it with positivity, and you're going to wake up tomorrow morning with positivity. Maybe tomorrow you're setting your alarm an hour earlier and you're waking up and you're going to make it happen. So we're going to start this effective immediately. All right. Goals are going to start happening. So the question is, how do I do this? Right? You earn an income from all these different ways. We're going to walk through a lot of these this evening. So guys, you don't earn an income from just selling challenge packs. How many of you have said to yourself, the only way I'm going to be successful is if I sell more challenge packs, right? How many of you are like, the only way I'm going to be successful is if I sign up coaches and I just need to sign discount coaches because that's going to be success, right? So you earn an income from customer purchases, everything from a challenge pack to a Beachbody On Demand membership to a 3-day refresh to the boost supplements, everything you get commissions from. You earn an income from coaches that sign up with a challenge pack or a product that's called a fast start bonus. You earn team bonus, which we're going to talk about. So once you become enrolled, which means you have an active coach on the left and the right that you have personally sponsored yourself, now you've unlocked the compensation plan. So now you have an opportunity to start creating team bonus volume. We're going to talk about that tonight. Matching bonus, that's another way that you can earn an income. Matching bonus is when your personally sponsored coaches that you sign up are starting to have cycle bonuses. They're emerald. They're creating a downline that is also enrolled in, is enrolling customers and making sales. And so you, as the upline, begin to earn this matching bonus. We'll talk about that tonight too. You also have this fast start bonus. So when you sign a certain number of coaches in a month, you can get an additional bonus, right? That goes into your paycheck. There's also quarterly bonuses. And I personally, and this is a choice that Matt and I have always lived by, is the quarterly bonuses are bonuses. They're great. We don't bank on them as part of our income. We say that's over and above. It's a bonus. So, but you do get a 2 and a 5 and a 10 and 15 star bonus every single quarter, 4 times a year. The company takes 2% of its earnings and splits that up to everybody that meets those qualifications. And it is significant, if I can be brutally honest with you, like that. It's a good chunk of change, all right? Also, there are elite bonuses. So as an elite coach, when you earn that title of elite, you're in the top 200 of the company, there is a monthly stipend you get for being an elite coach, all right? In addition to the bonuses, the quarterly bonuses, and then your commissions and what you're doing as far as your team goes. So there's lots of income opportunity other than just your challenge pack sales. So let's dive into the first slide. And I want to just kind of walk you through this. And I'm going to kind of toggle between my back office and then these slides that I've created for you. So the first bullet point was customer purchases. And so I just want to pause here for a moment because I want to make sure you know where to find this stuff at. So if I go into my Coach Online office and I go to my personal and customer orders and I click that button there, that is going to open up a totally separate box for me. That totally separate box is going to show me all of the orders that people have placed. I'm going to be able to see exactly how much commission I'm getting from what people are purchasing. So that's number one. And then also, we're going to look at this team volume, this compensation spot as well. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at this. So I'm going to go up here, right? I'm just going to show you if we go into the Coach Online office, right? And you go into monitor my business, then you go into my personal and customer orders. This is where this box pops up. All right. So every single week, oh, darn it. Every single day, if you're waiting for a customer order to show up, you know, you can just go right in here. This is where you can check it out. So if you go into monitor my business, my customer and my personal orders, it's all going to show up right here. So now I can see on June 7th, this is the customer order. This is just like a free membership. When it says 0, see, it just says Beachbody On Demand. It has some kind of volume commission adjustment. I'm not sure what that is. I'd have to look into that. But let's look at this one. This is Nora. So let's go down to Nora. This is her Shakeology. So I can click that down arrow. I can see that her Shakeology shipped. This was the amount. I can see this is the volume that was associated with her purchase. So I can go in and see all of my customer orders right here. Now, the second thing that I want to show you is under the compensation. If I click on this team volume, okay, so how many of you see these recognition posts that I do them every Thursday? Maybe your upline does them, and you see this like volume leaderboard, and you're like, where is that number coming from? And how do I earn that number? So your volume, let me just connect the dots for you. So this Nora, she bought Shakeology, and it has a volume associated. It's a 90 PV. 90 personal volume points are associated with that Shakeology order. everything that has PV associated with it, you're also getting a commission for when it comes to your personal like orders that your customers are purchasing. All right. So when you see that volume shout out and that leaderboard and people are at 500, 1,000, 2,000, the more volume that they're producing from their customer sales, the higher their commission checks are. That's the correlation. The higher your personal volume is, the higher your retail commission check is going to be. So if I go over to monitor my volume and I go to team volume, I can see that breakdown in a different way. So I can see for week ending 6/5, if I click on this 516 volume points, I can see all the orders that added up and where it came from. Is that making sense for everybody? Is that making a little bit of sense? So I wanted to keep that super simple, but I just wanted you guys to know that's PV, personal volume. This is your total PV, this column under team volume. This is what you personally sell in retail commissions. It can be 3-day refreshes, boost supplements, energize, anything, performance line, a Beachbody On Demand membership. You're getting commission for that. It's showing up right there. If there's a negative, it means somebody returned something, okay? So just so you know, the negative means somebody returned. Okay, so now if we go back over to my slide, we've looked at this team volume, and then you can see this is the next slide that we're going to talk about. So I want to talk about your earnings, right? And so, okay. So now we're going to go and we're going to look under this earnings and commission section. So I took this this screenshot and I want to show you that this one right here, right? This is where it says retail commission 0, but it's because in that week there was a fast start bonus. So this was a coach sign up. So anytime you sign up a coach, it shows up under fast start bonus when they buy a challenge pack. All right. So what we're going to do is let's look at earnings and commissions. So let's just pop back over here. Let's go to monitor my business, right? Let's go to earnings and commissions. So that's where we're seeing this at. Does that make sense? So monitor my business, earnings and commissions. So we're looking there. So when we're on that page, this is what pops up. You can choose business week. So you can pick the week you want to look at. And you can say, in the week of June 27th, 2018, there is 0 next to retail commissions. Well, guess what, people? That means you didn't sell anything in the last week. That means you have no orders or reorders coming through, okay? All right, next, if I look down here at subscription commissions, it's 0. This would be where it would be if I did a Beachbody On Demand membership, a yearly membership, a standalone, a 3-month, all of that stuff. Team bonus, and I'll go through that. But you can see right here, total commissions, $80. All right? Now, if I look down here, oh yeah, I actually did walk you through this. There's your Beachbody On Demand. Team bonus, this is your coaches and your team. So team bonus. And now we're going to talk about this, but I just want to walk through what each of these are and define them really quickly. So everybody has a left leg and a right leg in their organization, and we're going to talk about how that volume accrues, but you can earn team bonus. And so you're going to see how this is going to change as well. Moving on down, matching bonus. Matching bonus is your personally sponsored coaches. When they begin to create cycle bonus, you're going to get money there. Fast start bonus, this is commissions when you sign up a new personally sponsored coach. I can't tell you how many times people say to me, I signed up a new coach and they bought a challenge pack, but I didn't get paid for it. And I'm like, you did. It doesn't show up in retail commissions because remember, that is customer orders. Fast start bonus is your initial coach challenge packs and sign ups. All right. And then fast start plus, sign 5 coaches in or 5 rolling weeks and you get a $100 bonus. So that just kind of explains that in there as well. Okay. So in this week, this person had 1 sign up this week. They had no team cycles and they made $80. They made $80 this week. Now, if we look at another opportunity, right? Now we look at the difference. So let's say I had a great week and I made $166 in retail commissions. I had a Shakeology order. Maybe I had a 3-day refresh that I sold. Maybe last month somebody's Shakeology order reprocessed. So I went through and I got the commission for their next month's Shakeology order, right? And then I had some subscription commissions. So I made $36 off of people that bought Beachbody On Demand memberships, or maybe I had a reorder of somebody that their billing went through. Then look at this. Oh my gosh, all of a sudden I have this $198 in team bonus. That's my team. That is my coaches and their volume that they're producing, and their coaches and their coaches, and all the way down. I'm going to show you what that looks like. But guys, do you notice that the team bonus is more than the retail commissions? So you're eventually, as you begin to adopt the philosophy of building your business, you're going to see that you can only sell so much product. You can only sell so many challenge packs, and you don't ever want to stop doing that. But where the residual income comes from is when you are bringing people into your organization that love the products, that want to shout it from the rooftops, that are running challenge groups, that are helping other people, that are hitting Success Club, that are creating their own volume. Your income is going to grow because you're helping people to build a successful business. All right. Then you can see matching bonus, $8.40. Woohoo, right? It's growing. Then Fast Start bonus, I signed a new coach. So there you go. Fast Start Plus, signed 5 coaches in 5 weeks. So now my total is $600.41. Guys, that's a big difference. So if you're just thinking, I just need to hit Success Club every month and I'll be successful, you're leaving out all these other categories that you're not maximizing. Okay, let me give you another scenario here, okay? Did I just do that twice? Let me see. Look at the difference. Yep, I have the same slide twice. Okay, now I want to show you another one. This is like a year later, right? So let's just look at a year later. So retail commissions. I'm still making the same retail commission, $164. If we look at that last one, it was $166. Now it's $164. I made $19 in subscription commissions, but $2,000 and $2,700 in team bonus. My team is growing. There's depth. Coaches are advancing. Coaches are creating income. And it's not just my PS coaches, it's all the way down in the organization. All right. So now can you see why building your team makes the most sense? Makes a lot of sense, right? And you can't skip the retail part of it. You need to have that basic level of new people, but now you can see how this really works. And now you can see my team is also having success because that matching bonus number is going up. Fast Start bonus number, that's clearly more coaches or a new coach that came in. And now you can see as you continue to grow your team, your commissions stay the same, but your team bonus, wow, right? Like, wow, isn't that crazy? Okay. Now you can see this comes from a team of working coaches, not just discount coaches. And a lot of times I know people that are saying to themselves, like, I just need to sign everybody up as a discount. I just need to upgrade everybody as a discount. And it's like, but if they're not enrolling in selling activities, that's not going to create long-lasting income. They might be a filler, but we really have to say to ourselves, like, I have got to make sure that I am focused on bringing in, collaborating, and working with business owners. Friends, this is weekly. So you can do this. Like if you go into your Coach Online office, you go to earnings and commissions, you can break this down right here by week. So if I click on this, I can toggle between all the different weeks, right? So you can go down through and you can begin to see all the different weeks of your team cycle bonus, okay? All right, so going over here, now you can see what is truly possible. Crazy, right? Like absolutely insane and amazing, and it only grows and it doesn't stop. So now we really got to say, so what's the work look like? What do I need to do? How do I get there? Let me understand it. So it starts with you. It does. It really does. So we can't get there unless we're consistently enrolling. The second thing is there's a difference between emerald and diamond. So I know I didn't put on here team cycle bonus, but I feel like I should probably explain that, right? So every single week when you are an emerald coach, you can cycle. So let's just go back over here. Let's just go into earnings. Let's go to monitor my business, right? Let's look at team volume. Okay. So we're looking in here and you can see my left volume and my right volume. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm actually getting ahead of myself. So let me just stop. I actually have this in another slide. Hold on one second. So emerald and diamond. At emerald, you're making a team cycle of $14 every single time you can cycle that 2-to-1 ratio. So on my left side, if my strong leg hits 200 and my weak leg hits 100, I get $14. And it just keeps rolling over, right? So my legs of my business, my downline. So when I become a diamond coach, then it moves to $18 a cycle. And that adds up fast. And I'm actually going to show you what's called this rank calculator so you can see how that happens. So your goal is I need to start thinking about adding coaches to my team. I need to start working myself towards diamond. And I need to do it in a cadence, right? So I can't do it in 3 years. I really need to say to myself, within the next 90 days, I need to be advancing in rank from emerald to diamond or diamond to star diamond. Okay. So I want everybody to really say, like, that's important that we sort of move on up there, right? Then we need to start saying to ourselves, I've got to create consistent customer sales and recruiting every month, because hitting Success Club 1 month and then not hitting it the next, or having no sales for 3 weeks, like that is not going to give you any sort of pipeline to work with. Also, if you want to recruit working coaches, you have got to be out front on social, having conversations with people about the business opportunity. Your tracking sheet should be, I'm presenting the business opportunity every single day through private conversations. I am, on social media talking about the opportunity. I am, creating my own videos about what coaching is. Like people see me as a Beachbody coach. So, and I'm talking about what the opportunity is doing for my life right now here as an emerald coach, and the things that I'm able to do and earn because I'm growing this business. Speed of the leader. Like I always say this, like if you have momentum and energy and passion, people are attracted to it. But if you don't and you're too afraid to talk about it, people are not. Okay? Understanding the first line of defense is your sales. Every one of us, every person in the network is going to tell you that we created momentum because our customer sales were what was driving that funnel of people getting results, that became coaches, that became advocates, that shared it, that it spread that way, okay? Then you have to say, as a coach, I need to help my people get started right. And I need to make sure that they're getting enrolled in training. They know where the champions page is. I'm setting up calls with them and helping them to hit Success Club and understanding the compensation plan. And I'm doing that. Like I'm taking ownership of the people I'm enrolling and I'm helping them have success. And I'm not just saying, go figure it out on your own. All right. Okay. So now I want to dive into like this list, right? What gives us this volume that we're talking about? Because now I really want to look at this PV and how this actually all happens. So what we're going to do is I'm actually going to skip down here. We're going to talk about this part of it. So let's dive into that team cycle volume, that left leg and that right leg, and what gives us this gigantic number right here for team bonus. All right. So I want to make sure that everybody can see that team bonus. This is what we're talking about right here. What gives us that gigantic number? So let's understand how this works. Number one, we have personal volume. Okay. So personal volume, again, is everything you personally order and everything your customers purchase. This is your commissions. Make sense? Everybody got it? Now, and I show you where to go to your back office, monitor your business, team volume. now we're going to look at this TV part. So when you look at here, when I look at this team volume, monitor my business, team volume, this pops up. We've got total PV, this is customer. Now we've got left volume and right volume. These two categories, my friends, these are your team. These are all the people on the left side, all the people on the right side, okay? So that is everything your team purchases and their customers purchase. So I enroll Helen, and Helen enrolls Sarah, and Sarah buys a challenge pack. That challenge pack has a volume, a team volume number associated with it. And if Helen is on the right side of my business, Sarah's challenge pack, I'm going to get team volume for that challenge pack. All right. So I want you to understand, I'm going to give you that breakdown. So let's do that. Let's take a look at that. So we're breaking it down. I'm actually just going to go over here. Whoop, go back. So now let's look over here. Left volume, it says 754. I don't know what that means, but we know that if I click on this number, it's going to tell me. And so now you can see all the people that contribute to that number, and I can expand it, right? And I can see that, okay, Tim bought something and I got 58 TV for that. Sabrina bought something and there's 60 team volume points for that. Deanne bought something and it's 90. This is her Shakeology order. So all of these things, and these people are not all my personally sponsored coaches. These are people in my downline. So that number is accruing, okay? I have 754. Now if I click on the right side, there's 3,000. And if I click on that, you can see all of the people that contribute to that. So it is your entire organization is where you can accrue team volume, and everything that is hyperlinked, you can see exactly, like you can click on it and see where this stuff comes from. All right. So we've got this team volume that is accruing. All right. So let's go back over here. And now you can see that breakdown. I kind of gave you like this breakdown of PV. These are all the things that contribute to PV. Here's my team volume, and this is my right leg, and this is my left leg. All right, so this is your breakdown. This is where you can see all of that at. So now the next step is to say, how do I accrue that? So I'm going to open this little sheet up here. This is called your Team Cycle Bonus Estimator. I think this is really important for you to be able to see this, and I'll share this in the group. Hopefully that this makes sense here for you guys. So let's say I want to earn $200 a week as a coach, right? And let's say right now you're an Emerald coach. So as an Emerald coach, you earn $14 a cycle. All right, let's go here. $14 a cycle, because every time your strong leg gets 200 volume points and your weak leg gets 100 volume points, you're going to get $14. That's how you're going to figure that out. Now we can say, I need to cycle 15 times. I need to have 15 cycles in order to make $200 off of my team. And so now I can say, I'm going to need, within a week or within a month, I'm going to need 1,500 team volume points on my weak leg, and I'm going to need 3,000 team volume points on my strong leg to make $200 in team cycle bonus. Does that make sense? So you can even break down even further. If I want to know how many Shakeology HDs I need to have in my entire downline, it's going to be, 17 on my weak leg and 70 on my strong leg. And again, that comes from your coaches, their coaches, everybody, all the way down through the organization. Okay? Does that make sense? Please, if it's not clear, ask me a clarifying question. Leaders, ask me clarifying questions if you know that somebody is thinking this, or if I'm not clear in this at all. But I'll share this team cycle volume, all right? Is that volume for the Home Direct breakdown? Yeah, that's just showing you HD orders right there, okay? Personal volume, your personal volume from your customers, you remember this. That's a good question, Helen. So guys, when you look at your business, you have customers and then you have coaches. So you have customer orders and you make commissions off of customers, and then your team, your organization, your coaches is team volume. So customer orders are not on your left and right leg. They're your personal volume, your personal orders. I'll upload this calculator. I'll put it into all the team pages and give it to the leaders, okay? All right, $14 a cycle, yes. So guys, cycles happen. So here's what a cycle kind of looks like. So let's say, I'm just gonna go over here. I'm gonna give myself a new slide. Let me just, because I'm gonna walk you through this, right? Slide, new slide, example. Oh gosh, you guys, I'm gonna math, all right? So let's say right leg, left leg, and then we're gonna go down here and we're gonna say, okay, I sold it, my coach signed up with a challenge pack, or my coach signed up and she got, you know, Shakeology on Home Direct, and she's on my right leg, so that's 90 PV, all right? Then I have somebody on my left leg and they ordered something and it was 120 PV. And I'm an Emerald coach. Can I cycle? Do I have a 2-to-1 ratio? Do I have a 200 to 100? Nope, I don't. So there's no cycle that happens. So it's getting banked, it's being saved. So let's say, okay, I had another 90 PV order, and then we have, you know, 500 over here, all right? So now we have, you know, we've got 180, right? So we've got 180 here, and then we have 620. So now we've got that ratio, right? So we have that ratio there. So now we can cycle. So we're gonna cycle how many times? One time. Oh no, I lied, we can't. We gotta do another one. Oh gosh, I'm actually sweating when I math. All right, so here we go. And let's say we get another 200. All right, so now what's 90 times 3? Somebody do the math for me, because I don't math. I'm looking for my calculator. What's 90 times 3? Again, don't math. Thank you, 270. All right, so now we've got 270, and then we go over here, 5, 6, 7, 820, 820. You guys are dying. Thank you guys. Thank you for dying. All right, so now we know I can cycle one time, right? Because I've got a 2-to-1 ratio. So I'm gonna get $14 for this cycle, and then I'm gonna have this carryover volume, right? So you don't lose it, but the 70 on the left that I have left is gonna get banked, right? And then the 520 that I have on the right is gonna get banked, and then I can use it again next week. So then as people keep like cycling, if I get, you know, I can just keep rolling that over. Does that make sense? You can earn $250 a week from doing this cycle that just continuously goes before you have to rank advance. All right, so just say to yourself, I'm good. Like I just need to focus on signing up coaches that are creating income and creating volume. It's called carryover. If you want to see what it looks like, you can go over here. You can click carryover volume. You can actually see what you have sitting there that is waiting for you. All right, so like you can see this right here as of 6/5. If I go all the way over, I have this carryover volume here. So this is what I couldn't use from the cycle that I was able to accrue. All right, it's all rollover points. So my question: how much money does that mean in the example that you made? So in this example, that was $14 right there. That was team. That was my team. That wasn't customer purchases, that commissions I made. This was off of the people on my left leg and the people off of my right leg. And that volume, that carryover volume, it doesn't go away as long as you don't ever go inactive. So if you go a whole month without selling anything, and then you don't have any orders going through at all, and your account goes red inactive, you lose that banked volume. So never go inactive, ever, 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 because that always stays there. You will always be able to save that, okay? All right, yeah, all right, so we got that? Okay, whew, man, you guys are challenging me. It's good, it's all good. All right, so let me go back over here and just kind of make sure I got to where we need to be. Okay, so we're back down here. So now we've talked about that team volume. We've talked about breaking it down by leg, right? We've talked about left and right leg. We've talked about all the ways that you can cycle and carry over. But I just want you to understand how you actually, like, where is this product list? So there's a product list under forms and documents. So if I show you guys this, go to support, go to forms and documents. And if you go down here and you click on Team Beachbody price list, this is going to pop up for you. Okay. This is like the price list, and there's one for the US, the UK, all of that stuff. But you can now begin to see what you're going to get for everything that Beachbody has to offer. So if I sell a 2B Mindset and Shakeology Challenge Pack, I am personally getting 150 personal volume points. If my coach sells a 2B Mindset and Shakeology Challenge Pack, so if Michelle, you're on my left leg and you have a customer that buys a 2B Mindset Challenge Pack, I'm going to get 55 team volume points for that. Got it? I'm going to get 55 team volume points. That's going to go into whatever leg you're on of my business. If tomorrow Jamie sells a 3-day refresh challenge pack, I'm going to get 45 volume points that are going to go on to whichever leg of my business she signed up under as a coach. Got it? Now, every single thing in our Beachbody catalog has team volume associated with it. So now your wheels are starting to actually turn and say to yourself, like, okay, what can I do to increase that number? What can I do? So I can sign up coaches, but I need my coaches to start engaging in enrolling activity. So if I can get my coach to sell 5 3-day refreshes this month, that's going to help generate volume. So let me go down, and I just want to get through just challenge packs, and I want to go to like commissionable items. So, or let's say, Katie, she sells an annual Beachbody On Demand membership to a customer. That's 38 team volume points that I'm getting on the right leg of my business. All right. Let's say that she does a digestive boost or Shakeology. That's 90 team volume on that leg of the business. So every single thing is commissionable. So when I began to really understand this, I was like, oh my gosh, let's do a team-wide 3-day refresh. Everybody's going to do the 3-day refresh. I'm going to challenge everybody in the downline to bring a friend to do a 3-day refresh. Not only am I introducing people to the product, I'm earning a commission on the 3-day refreshes I sell. My coaches are earning commissions on their 3-day refreshes they're selling. It's generating team volume. It's helping my team cycle bonus grow. It's giving them confidence in helping people get started with the program, and it's going to help build their confidence, so then they can say to that person, so you should buy a challenge pack next, or you should sign up for my challenge group. So I think a lot of times as coaches, we just get pigeonholed into just selling challenge packs. But look at your challenge groups and say, when's the last time I told people about how awesome Energize is? And when's the last time I added to people's cart when they were checking out some of my favorite products, right? Like, I should totally say, hey, you want to kickstart your challenge, your challenge group experience with a 3-day refresh? It's a great plant-based cleanse. You can get rid of your sugar cravings. You can get rid of the bloating. It'll help you get started on the right track. I love it. It's 3 days. You can really get off to a good start and shed some weight right away. Or maybe at the end of a challenge group. Or if you know that people are getting ready for a wedding or vacation and they want to look and feel their best, recommend the 3-day refresh to them, guys. You're getting a commission, but you're also getting volume for that stuff too. Okay, so everything in here has a commission. The water bottles, the trackers, your 3-day refresh, it's 52 volume points. You're earning at $17 commission, but that's a lot of team volume. Okay, beach bars. How many of you talk about the beach bars? How many of you have gone in and talked about Recover now that we have the vegan option? Hydrate. It's just like kids' Gatorade. I've got kids. They play sports. I actually should really do a post about that, right? I'm thinking to myself, like, oh, I really need to do that. That would be something great that I could share. I could even put the link in my bio if somebody wanted to go in and check it out, okay? So guys, this is where you can begin to say to yourself, all right, this is how I can really step up my game with my commission, with my volume, is when I am saying, oh my gosh, there are all these different ways that I can earn income. Okay? All right. So, and I know we get stuck in like Success Club points, and they're great and they help us, but don't just think in terms of Success Club points. Think in terms of, how can I really make the business opportunity work for me, right? I want more sales. I want more volume. I want more people purchasing products. And the residual, when people stay on Shakeology, is going to boost that up as well. Okay. So with that being said, I went through that, knowing the PV that is associated, adding things to people's carts, making sure you're not just promoting the challenge packs, but you're also promoting other things within the month too, which is a really big reason why I try to get my Success Club points out of the way as soon as possible in the beginning of the month, so that I can do other fun things like a 3-day refresh challenge, or, you know, a clean week with like a sampler pack or something, or I can really drive home the coaching opportunity. All right. Okay, so I've gone through all of that. I've already talked about that stuff. We've gone through the examples. Whew, and it is 10:04, and I am a sweaty mess. And I know that my friends are laughing at me right now because I just mathed a lot. And I don't math well. I use a calculator. But I want you to know that for the girl that doesn't do math very well, I got this. I was able to understand this. If I can understand this and I can create an income opportunity, so can you. It is possible. But what you need to do is you need to take a step back and you need to say to yourself, well, how do I need to readjust? All right. What do I need to do? What is my first line of defense? All right. And it's time for you to create that action plan. Questions. What questions you have? Yes, I will give you the calculator, the rank calculator. I will share it in all of the team pages. I promise. Leaders, make sure you guys share it as well so that everybody has it. Yes, I will give you guys the presentation, but I want to just reiterate, like, I just want to go back and I really want to make sure that you say to yourself, I understand it's going to take me work. I understand that creating income doesn't mean I'm just selling. It means that I'm instilling belief in other people. It means that I'm a product of the product. It means that I'm openly talking about what I'm doing and sharing my results with other people. And I am not afraid to put myself out there and tell people that this works. That if you're willing to make a commitment that this business opportunity and our products and programs, they work as well. All right. Couple of questions and then we'll go. I want you guys to know that I would not talk about all of these volume details in a sneak peek, because this is over the head of so many people. All right. When I talk about income in a sneak peek, I'm like, you earn commissions and you can earn team volume, and it's really, and I will explain it, but I just high level it. I high level it. All right. I don't go into a lot of detail there. Okay. When my coach puts coaches underneath of me, it is just like I put them there. When it comes to Team Cycle, yes, absolutely. So if Amber is putting coaches underneath of Lisa, right, and they're just going on that right leg, yes, everything that Amber's coaches are selling is benefiting Lisa too, right? So everybody has that strong leg for the most part, or a leg that is building. You have 5 business days to move a coach, and then it's set in stone and you can't move them anymore. So no, right? Got it. Yeah, they stay there after 5 days. So placement is key, and that's kind of another call. But when you're looking at placing your coaches, you say to yourself, okay, where's my volume at? I'm going to sign up Lisa. Lisa really wants to build a business. So I'm going to put Lisa in a spot that's going to maximize Team Cycle volume. So you're thinking about that kind of stuff as you're placing people too. You can put coaches on your left and your right leg. Yes. And I tell them it's my job to help them maximize their income, and they will be able to do that too. Yes. I don't typically say that it's my job to help them, because I'm kind of careful with that, piece of advice. But if you want to say that, you certainly can. But I mean, I'm always, when people, like, when I place people, I'm always like, hey, you're in a position that I'm building and we're growing, and you're going to rock your business if you're doing the right business building behaviors. Yes. And you don't, so inside, I far and wide, when you're placing people, I always go outside, right? So when you're looking at your tree and you go to your graphical genealogy and you're starting to place people, just stick to the outside, right? So always make sure that the inner parts are not filled in. Keep it to the outside. Keep them on the outside. Yeah. What's the best place to put discount coaches and business building coaches? So just high level, this is a totally separate call. We probably should do a part 2 on this part, but when you're initially looking at your business, I would assume that most of you are at emerald level or not quite emerald yet. So when you're looking at your organization, you need one on the left and one on the right. So a working coach, put them on your weak leg, the leg that doesn't have volume, because that person wants to build a business. So what are they going to do? They're going to be generating volume and generating sales. And if you have a leg on the other side that already has volume, that's going to allow you to be able to use some of that carryover volume. All right. So yes, you're going to want to be able, you're going to do that initially. So I put like my discount coaches. So, my mom, she's not going to build a business, but she's going to buy Shakeology every month. So I'm going to put her on my strong leg, because it's like it's 90 PV every month. It's steady. It's consistent. She's an active, but it's not like she's going to blow it up with tons of volume over there. Okay. And don't say like, putting working coaches, and everybody's weak leg and strong leg is different. So everybody has to go in and analyze their own, because what Lisa's strong leg might not be the same as yours. Okay. So everybody needs to go in and look. It all is dependent on where you're placed. Don't ever put people on the inside. Do not put people on the inside unless it's an advanced strategy placement, and we're not there yet. So we're not going to talk about that. But right now, always far and wide. Okay. But before we get there, what do we need to do? What's the first level we need to do? Somebody tell me, what is the first level? Before we can analyze and overthink placement, what do we need to do? We need to get to emerald, but what do you need to do before that? You need to sell some shit, all right? So that's the really classy way of putting it. I hope everybody's kids are in bed. But that's like it, right? Like, let's go out there and let's dog to people. Like, let's go out there and let's crush it. Let's go out there and let's change some lives. Like, let's talk to people about what's changing our lives, all right? So remember that. Everything starts with us going out there and sharing what we're doing with other people. So if we want to raise the bar, let's go out there and let's talk to people. Everything else, we will figure it out as it happens. All right? Okay, so that's all I got. I got to go to bed. I love you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight, for hanging in there with me. I'll get this recording posted. You can go back and re-listen to it. Let's go out there and make it an awesome rest of the week and the rest of the month too. All right, bye guys.